TV. This week we're going to discuss ticket pricing. Something raised by the recent price increases announced by Liverpool Football Club, of course.
Liverpool Football Club.
It's caused considerable problem, but yeah, it's sort of it's definitely a league-wide problem.
Yeah,
in the Premier League. It actually goes down into the Championship. Some of the prices are incredible, but it is a problem in itself. How much of a problem do you think it is?
I think it's massive. I think it's absolutely huge because when you look at football clubs as a whole now, they're obviously massive, huge, gigantic corporations. They're global. All the Premier League ones certainly are. Anyway, you look at like Leicester made it to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the advertising stuff, you know. And
Leeds are obviously massive as well. Yeah. Just in general.
Yeah. Glossing over that. No, but it is a massive problem because as you said, it's Premier League mainly that we're going to talk about, but it is present in the lower leagues as well. As you say, Leeds probably charge mega money for their ticket holders. I'm sure.
Apparently they actually do. All joking aside, yeah. Apparently it's silly money.
But I think when you look at a football club now, the whole thing the Premier League is sold on, other than the excitement and the drama and how it's so competitive, is the noise of the stadiums.
Yes,
majority.
That is genuinely, yeah.
And considering how little money ticket sales actually probably bring in, there's no need to increase them to, what was it, 77 quid for Liverpool?
Yeah,
I think that's what it is. 77 quid. And that's an insane amount of money.
I think the 77 quid represents a new category. You know the way you've got different pricings, different stands. I think that's what that is now. It's the new one, and it's a lot of money. I mean, is 77 quid over 100 euro?
It would be just under. I'd say it'd be pushing 85, 90 euro. Yeah. It's at the end of the day, it is only a game of football. It's not. Yeah. It's what. Because Premier League games don't do halftime shows or anything like that. No. So it is literally a game of football.
So unfortunately, you won't get to see Beyonce or Lady Gaga.
No, which is, I suppose, sad. But
devastating.
But for a game of football, 77 quid is too much. A game of football should be something that you can get someone for a birthday present or something that isn't going to blow you out of the water. You know what I mean? It should be 25, 30 quid max for the Premier League, I think.
Yeah.
Because there's no need to charge €77 for a ticket. For just a seat in a stand.
No.
There's absolutely no need. And considering the revenue stream that it is, it doesn't bring in a mega money every year. It's not going to make or break a club. And as you say, I think it was the rule that ticket sales have to pay player wages.
Yes, you have to be 95% of.
But that's not the case anymore. It's you can do what you want, work away. So ticket sales are literally nowadays just a way of making money, but making fuck all money. So there's literally no need to increase the prices.
Particularly as well because Liverpool, it is a provincial city. Regardless of the two clubs' fortunes, London tickets are always more expensive.
Yeah,
Newcastle United, for example, don't do, as far as I know, don't do categorising tickets. They are what they are, and they only fluctuate slightly. Whereas if you go to see when Fulham are in the Premier League, you used to be able to get ticket prices that would go, say for the Johnny Haynes stand, that would go from say £30, but this would go right up to 70, depending on where you were sitting. So the London tickets prices generally are very expensive.
Yeah.
But Liverpool isn't exactly, all the players are all the money's kind of drifting towards London now.
Yeah.
And
that's the case. That's not just the case in football. That's the case in life as well. London is
the country
very
itself, isn't it?
It's
9 million people.
Yeah. But then you look at Liverpool, which to be fair has a big population and all the other nice things that you want to talk about when it comes to things. But economically, it's a whole it's poor. It is a poor place to live, and 77 quid for a ticket for your club that you grew up probably supporting is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Global brand all you want, but I mean global just because some Norwegian fella's going to pay 77 quid for a ticket to go see his team at Anfield, you can't exploit that.
Is this we're not going to go into measures to take to fix it because we've talked about it before, but also it's quite a divisive issue anyway. There's not really an answer.
And we haven't economics.
But is this a result of whoring your league internationally? Is that now you have this guy from Norway who'll spend £77 and it's not guys who live necessarily in and around Anfield Road anymore?
Yeah, I think it is because
by the pure naked capitalism.
I was literally just about to say
right. If he'll pay it from Oslo or then
nature capitalism is you charge as much as you can get, right? that is the basically the nutshell, the philosophy of modern capitalism, and it's just completely it's going to ruin football in my opinion anyway, because you're going to have people going to football games who are from, this isn't a race thing or a country thing or anything, but you are going to have people who are coming from Norway, coming from all the reaches of the world, who can't afford these tickets because they're going on holiday to see Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
So they've saved up and they can do this. But what you're losing then is the identity of the club, right? You're losing the chance, you're losing this, that and the other. And if you lose that, like you lose what the Premier League is supposed to be sold about, which is the atmosphere in the ground. That's my opinion.
I think
of it anyway.
The atmosphere's been on the wane for some while.
You know it has.
You know, like, not as it is what it's sold on. It is still better than in some grounds that you hear. You know, particularly as a direct comparison to stadium size and filling it up like in Serie A.
Spain as well.
Yeah, you know they can't fill them, but the 2020 is another campaign for the away fans because away. I think it was Sporting Intelligence yesterday was saying that the average away attendance is 82%. Premier League, which actually dropped a fair amount because you actually get charged more to travel to games and get the shit seats in the stadium than you do to even be a home fan, which is expensive. So I don't necessarily think it will ruin football because it's supply and demand. It's only reflecting what people are willing to pay.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably ruin football is too strong. Probably ruin the what am I even trying to say? Ruin the atmosphere in grounds. Like I know you say it's on the wane, but I think this increase in the prices, which obviously will be a league-wide thing at some point because that's how it works. It will eventually just completely sterilise a Premier League ground. Like obviously, like there is a charm to like a sort of a mid-table clash when they do set it out, when it's like it is actually sold out and they're actually going mad at each other. But like if you increase ticket prices, that goes, I think, because people aren't going to be able to pay it, and the only people who are going to be able to pay it are people who've saved up for ages.
Yeah,
and if you're gonna go out, you're not going to act the bollocks. Like I know it's like you don't have hooligans in the background, but there is a rowdiness to football that you probably might lose.
So they'll lose the kind of that hard bitten being a Liverpool fan for 30 years or season ticket holder for like 30 years. That type of thing is definitely in danger. I don't think the health of the sport is what would be worrying is when the bust comes, because then all of a sudden people won't be coming from Norway. They won't be able to afford to come from Norway. Or if the interest say swung from as it was Serie A in the 90s, if it swung from the Premier League to somewhere else, which it could do. Let's face it, you know. Then all of a sudden they'd be relying on these massive ticket prices that just don't exist anymore. Yeah. That's the problem. Like I don't agree necessarily with the ticket price, but as with when we were talking about the Champions League, I think it's inevitable that was the Champions League giving buys to elite clubs or clubs with history in the competition who aren't necessarily getting into it anymore.
Yeah. Well, I think the Champions League. So we're probably going on a bit here, but like anyway, it's I think the Champions League you're okay to charge that because it's like that's supposedly the pinnacle of the sport. You know what I mean? So I think it's all right to charge for that, but when you're charging £77 to go see Liverpool play Stoke. Sunderland, yeah, that's a better one. They're even worse.
That happened.
Or fucking West Brom.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Imagine paying £77 to see like Craig Gardner play right wing.
What would you consider a normal price for a ticket? Let's just say it's
I personally think the
average game. That's
£25 should be the max, I think. Because there's
£25.
£25. Because there's no need like my attitude is that if your mate is having a birthday, you can buy him a ticket to go see Liverpool, go see United or whatever for £25 and then you can still bring him out for a pint after the game.
Yeah.
That's what it should be.
£77.
I wouldn't spend £77 on my family, let alone a friend. I'd want some sexual favour if I got one of
Several.
Seven sexual favours. Every €11 I spend, I want. Yeah. This is gone very
it's just a lot of money. Like it is going to be a problem, and you can see that people aren't going to be able to afford it. But they'll continue to sell tickets away. I think this is a problem. They've internationalised the league.
Yeah.
And people are crazy about it all over the world. You could look at Ireland. The amount of people that travel. Every time I've been to a game in England, in London in particular, the airport's full of them. Like all the Ryanair flights going into Birmingham and London and the likes are just full of Premier League fans. So they're willing to pay more because it's a trip for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whereas the people who live locally probably aren't, or they're being forced to so. I just think it's inevitable. I don't think there's any way around it. It's the way the league has been going for years.
Oh no, yeah, I agree there is no way around it, but I still think it's wrong.
Support a German club.
Yeah, they know what to do.
Apparently you can go to Dortmund games for cheaper than Premier League games when you factor in
flights and everything.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Apparently.
Get a bit of currywurst. Sorted.
There you go. Solution. Don't get currywurst. So let us know what you think. Leave your comments section below. It's a pretty gloomy video, but but that's football. Yeah. Plenty of other sports if you don't like it, I guess. You know?
Except baseball. No. It's not a sport.
Anyway, subscribe to Final Third TV. Follow us on Twitter at @the_final_third, and thanks for watching.